Amidst the ongoing trial to decide the fate of Franklin Park White Stadium, last week, Jamaica Plain residents rallied once again against the construction of the new National Women's Soccer League stadium that will replace White Stadium, as well as the destroying of hundreds of trees and the creation of a new parking lot that will provide parking for the thousands of tourists and game attendees who will be coming into the neighborhood on a regular basis.
I'm very opposed to building a huge 12,000 person stadium in Franklin Park. Franklin Park is a treasure. It is the model for the entire national park system. To put a stadium there, and we know that stadiums do not grow community, they actually tend to destroy it. We're busing in people from the suburbs that are not going to be building any kind of economic growth or development. They are barely going to be touching city streets, and then they're being bussed out again. I think it's an insult to the communities around the park, including Mattapan, Roxbury, Jamaica Plain, and Dorchester.
Residents are concerned with lower air quality and demolition of trees.
I feel that it could increase traffic. Obviously, it can take opportunities away from other people. There's going to be changes to the landscape in that area. You mentioned cutting of trees. I don't like that. I feel like we already experience a lot of gentrification, and there's lots of buildings being put up here in Boston. So cutting down more trees isn't what we need, and we kind of need that landscape here to keep going.
One of the things that makes Jamaica Plain so special as a neighborhood in Boston is the amount of green space there and why so many of us love being here and want to be here. And I think to have to tear down hundreds of trees in order, to build a stadium, that feels like we're moving away from what makes Jamaica Plain really special, and also, moving further from what is really important in our world right now, which is preserving the waning green space that we do have, which is becoming really precious.
And the cutting of trees is only the beginning of the load of problems that these community members are concerned with. They believe that unnecessary tourist attractions will negatively impact their community.
Franklin Park is an incredible and a rare public resource. I think it's really vital for public health and community development and community access. And this feels like a pretty classic example of privatization of a public resource. Franklin Park should be for the people. We don't need a beer garden. We don't need a Nike outlet. We need to be able to have free access, and it needs to be a healthy, natural space. That's what makes it the resource that it is.
This park, for so many people, is a way of keeping our health, walking around, looking at nature. And I see also a lot of problems with transportation. The people coming to the stadium will be people from the suburbs and other places, which they never come to the park before. Now they will come because they want to see a soccer game. And they will come by buses, maybe 40, 50 buses on the narrow street that is next to my house. So it's going to be a total disruption to everything that we have done.
When we asked for a comment, the city of Boston issued the following statement. For 40 years, White Stadium has been crumbling and students have paid the price. The only question in this case is whether White Stadium is a school facility that the city is allowed to renovate, or whether it is intended only to be parkland that happens to have a decrepit structure, as the Emerald Necklace Conservancy wrongly contends. We are confident in our position and our plan to deliver the new home for BPS student athletics that Boston deserves.